guys, this is it, the tasting. One of them's aged about 6 weeks, one of them's aged about 3 weeks. One's a Cooper's, one's a Morgan's with added vanilla. So this one here is the Morgan's. As you saw, I just poured that. Looking cold, looking good. Might as well smell it. Now, I'm going to warn you, I've already done this tasting for my Patreon members, and I'm not going to give it away. I'll let you know. This smells exceptional. It's beautiful smelling. Has a rich sort of chocolatey smell to it. Yeah, a little bit of vanilla coming through. Not a lot, but enough to really get the nose going. It's a very sweetish sort of smell as well. It's really nice. I'm not going to taste it yet. And this one is the Cooper's. This is the same, clean smelling, really fresh smelling. It's really not too bad at all. Not so chocolatey. There's no real dominance of any kind of sweetness that I can smell. Can't really smell any carbonation or caramel or anything in that. To get them together, oh, you can smell the vanilla in that straight away. That's the beer. Nice and dark, beautiful looking beers. They both look pretty much the same. All right, I'm going to try the Cooper's first. Should I? Yeah, I'll try the Cooper's first. Smells great. It doesn't smell off or anything. It's got a bitter aftertaste. Bitey. It's got a very strong, tangy flavour to it. You know, it's got a little bit of an appley taste to it. I thought it was stronger than that. I actually tasted this for the Patreon members, and I told them it was very strong in apple, but it's actually not that strong. You know, it's actually tasting good. Oh, I'll be buggered. That apple taste has disappeared. And Patreon members who have seen me taste this already, sorry guys, it actually isn't bad. It's a little bit like a bitter, sweet flavour on the tongue. It's got a rustic flavour to it. It's very dark, very strong. I'll tell you what, I'm not smelling any chocolatey smells. And nothing's coming out. And I really would like to have tried doing this with a bit of vanilla. Actually, I'll try that. I've got a little bit of vanilla here. Now this beer obviously is going to be kept in my fridge. Now I only put I put 6 teaspoons of vanilla. 6 teaspoons, it's not much. So I only need a couple of drops for this. So I'll do it in front of you guys, just to see what it tastes like. Oh, that's probably more than enough. Now I can't actually shake it. How am I going to stir this? I guess I'll just twirl it. I just want to see what it's like and what the flavours come out like in this Cooper's one. And see if it matches the other one, because the other one's very nice, by the way. Right. Right. The smell is good. Oh, straight away. That just enhanced it big time. If I could open that without getting oxygen in it, I would. The apple taste, there was an apple taste to it the other day, but that's gone. I guess aging fixes that problem. Guys, I'm going to keep these both. Actually, I haven't tried the other one yet. But the bitterness is still there. Because I put a couple of drops of vanilla in, that really changed the flavour. It brought out a chocolatey flavour to it. It's bright on the tongue now, and even tastes a little sweeter than it did. This is about 6%, and it's gorgeous. Like my glasses. My daughter bought the glasses for me, and I had stickers, and I stuck them on there. Guys, I have to do something to promote my channel. Okay, the Morgan's. I've already enjoyed this. I've been enjoying this actually. I'm really wrapped actually because, look, I know it sounds weird. I did try this for Patreon and I wrote this one off. I thought it was going to be a bad one. The apple taste came through really strong and I thought, it's got an apple taste. It's diacetyl, what do they call that product? That's created from yeast that hasn't cleaned up after itself if you haven't let it ferment long enough. I did, and I thought, it can't be that. It has to be something else. And sure enough, it is. It's just age. Now I burped. Sorry about that. This one, oh, hang on. What am I smelling? No, there's something on my fingers. I've been cooking a roast today. What are you going to do? I cook a lot, you know. Now, I told you already, smell the chocolatey smell coming through. Very sweet sort of smell. Don't smell the vanilla overly much, but I do. Once I smelt the Coopers, come back to this one, I could smell the vanilla. Anyway. Oh, beautiful. Chocolatey. A little bit of coffee. It's going to be my go-to recipe. Like it. I'm going to change a couple of things up. Hang on. I use corn syrup powder. I'm not going to use that again. The corn syrup powder, you know, I had some warnings saying that it's not really overly good for you. I prefer to use sugar cane if I'm going to do it. And I probably use raw sugar if I'm going to do it properly. And steer away from the corn syrup powder. Apparently, it's not overly good for you. It can cause liver problems. I mean, we're drinking alcohol. It's going to cause liver problems, you know? But this beer... Now, I'll put a link here for this video. We're making this one. And I'll put one here as well for Coopers. They're both good. Coopers is a different flavour. After putting the vanilla in, that has just opened the world for me. So I'm going to add vanilla to the batch I've got. I should be able to add it without introducing too much oxygen. I'll purge it as I've added it to it. But they're gorgeous. Both these beers are really nice. Sorry, Patreon, who believed that I stuffed the beer up and made a mess of it. Apparently I haven't. It actually does taste great on both sides. I recommend making these yourselves. As they're getting older, they're tasting even better. Just love it. It's a great beer, guys. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch Simple Homebrew make a fool of himself and produce a beer that's quite capable of being part of a brewery or a brew house. It's just awesome. And this is extract. Can you believe it? Really, really nice beer, guys. Get the recipe, make one yourself, give it about 6 weeks for aging. You'll have a brilliant beer for a long time. Guys, thanks a lot. Thank you to the patrons for supplying the funds to be able to do these kind of videos. And thank you for watching it and giving me the thumbs up. Really, really appreciate it. More beer to come. Cheers, guys. I'll see you in the next brew.